So, today we're doing something a little different, and we'll focus on the KAPHA Dosha, which is the earth and water element. So, usually if you were more KAPHA, you would want to counter it with something like Vata or Pitta. But for this purpose, we're going to stimulate the earth energy and the water energy to see how it feels, and then as we go through the week, we'll do the other ones. So, with that in mind, it's going to be a stabilizing, grounding practice, and also the water brings a fluidity to it as well. So we'll start with our breathing, tuning into our breath. Sometimes, if it's too loud, we close those windows, we open these, so just let me know if it's hard to hear that. So letting your eyes either close or come to a soft gaze. Your hands on your knees helps bring in our grounded energy. Tuning in, breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. And at any time throughout the practice, it's most important to listen to your own body. Take a break if you need to, any modifications you need, really listening to your own body as well. Bring our awareness from our breath, breathing all the way down our spine, feeling into our hips, down to the base of our spine, feeling our bodies become heavy on the mat, feeling rooted. And now we'll practice the humming deep breath. That's going to be where we cover our ears, and if it's comfortable, softly cover your eyes. We'll inhale through our nose, and on the exhale, make a humming sound. And we'll do 3 rounds of that. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling with the hum, and you can play with different variations of the hum, and you'll feel it in different areas. So 3 times. Comfortable for you, we're going to do another round 3 times. This time making a buzzing sound. It'll feel a little different with the mouth open. And so at your own pace, inhaling through your nose and exhale with the buzzing sound, still covering your ears and lightly covering your eyes. legs out and shake out our knees. And part of the water element is bringing fluid to our joints, so we'll spend a little extra time rolling our ankles, rolling out each joint. We'll start with our ankles, maybe spreading your toes as much as you can. Remembering to breathe. Switching directions if you've been in one. Moving up to the knees, using your hands to move around your kneecaps a little bit. Circles. And now tuning into the hips, coming into the butterfly stretch. Down. Making our way up the body, into the shoulders. Going in the other direction too. Bringing our awareness to our wrists and our hands. I always love this one where you fold your thumb in, make a fist. If it feels okay for your wrists and your hands, another nice one is coming into prayer and doing a roll. Trying to reverse the direction as well. And keep coming back to your breathing. Shaking out your hands. And now bringing our awareness into our neck area. It's nice to start gently with the neck. Coming into a half roll in the front. And taking your time, see how your neck feels. If there's any extra sore areas, stay with it, breathe into it. to a neutral position and then do ear to shoulder. And sometimes, depending on where it sits, you can feel it up into the jaw. Nice stretch there. Back to neutral and going to the other side. And sometimes for the back of the neck, it can be good to raise your shoulders just a little bit to protect that area and just gently doing a half circle in the back. And if it feels right for you, try doing a full neck circle. But again, really listen to it. And try in the other direction. Standing before we get too sleepy sitting down. Okay, we're going to spend a little time in our flow. So we'll inhale, bring our arms up, exhaling our hands to our heart center. Our awareness down to our feet, feeling all four corners, rooting into the ground, maybe spreading your toes. And bringing your arms overhead for a small back bend, and exhaling for a forward fold. Bringing your right leg back, and you can drop your knee down for this if you'd like, and look forward. And on your exhale, moving into plank. And inhaling to cobra, knees, chest, chin. And exhaling to down. And now stepping your right foot forward between your hands. And drop your knee down, chin up. On your exhale, bring your left foot forward to meet the right, into a forward fold. And on your inhale, bringing your arms up overhead, exhaling back to heart center. We'll do a few rounds of that together. So inhale, arms up. small back bend and forward fold. And this time we'll do our left leg back. Chin up. And exhaling to plank pose. And there's many variations from here. You can drop your knees if you would like. Knees, chest, chin to come into cobra. Or you could go straight into cobra or up dog. And exhaling to down dog. And now stepping your left foot between your hands. And stepping the right foot forward to a forward fold. And for this, it can be nice to do ragdoll pose, maybe letting your arms rest, however you explain that. Shaking your head out, yes and no. Back up, arms overhead. For a small back bend. And exhaling back to a forward fold. Bringing our right leg back. Spend a little more time in this, tuning into our hips. Soften. And on your next exhale, we'll come into a plank. And either knees, chest, chin into cobra, or towards so stay in this a little longer, letting our back soften. Breathing all the way into the low back, middle back, upper back. And on your next exhale, coming into down dog. Stepping your right foot forward between your hands. Spending a little time here, letting your hips soften, sending your breath all the way into your hips. Exhale, bring our left foot forward into a forward fold. Maybe a little bend in the knees, clasping your hands behind your calves just for a little extra stretch. Shaking out our head. arms overhead into heart center. And tuning back into your feet, feeling all four corners rooted into the ground. And we'll come into a chair pose with our hands at heart center. And sometimes it's nice to have your two big toes touching a little bit, pressing your knees together. And on your exhale, take a twist to the right. And breathing into this, pressing your palms together. Coming back to neutral. For a few breaths here. And on the exhale, twisting to the left. And pressing into your palms, making sure your knees are pressing together. Coming back to neutral, standing back up. And from here, we'll bring our hands overhead. We'll step our right foot back for warrior one. So you want your foot at a little bit of an angle, your back foot. Breathing into this pose. Feeling your fingers like you're pulling up to the sky. And on your exhale, opening to warrior two. If you can, it's nice to have your front heel lined up with your back arch of your foot. Letting your shoulders relax. Feeling the energy all through your fingers. And it's pulling towards the front of the room. And you're going towards the back. Drop our front forearm towards our knee for a side angle. Feeling that stretch through the side of your body. And on your inhale, going back to warrior two and dropping to reverse warrior. Straightening both the legs back out, stepping back into this. Okay, now we'll lift our right knee up for tree pose. So for this one, you can keep your foot on the ground if you'd like, and balance here or on your upper leg. Just don't press on your knee. Upper thigh, lower thigh, and then lower leg. And it's nice to pick one spot, one gaze to look at for balance. And just let your hands, your arms do whatever they'd like. You can stay in prayer position, go up. It's okay to fall out a bit. So for this now, we'll step our left leg back into warrior one. And your back foot at a 90-degree angle. Let your shoulders drop down, but your fingers are strong towards the ceiling. I'm just spending some time breathing into this. You want to make sure your knee is over your ankle as much as possible, making sure it doesn't go too far forward. And on your exhale, coming into warrior two. Feeling that line of energy from the back arch of your foot to your front heel. Your fingers. And on your next exhale, letting your front forearm drop to towards your front knee for a side stretch. And on your inhale, coming back to warrior two and letting yourself go into reverse warrior. And now stepping our back foot forward, coming into tree pose on the other side. I'm forgetting. Okay, lifting our left leg up. And this side might be different for you. Just tuning into where you are. And slowly coming out this when you're ready. Shaking out your legs, hands. Make our way into the yogi squat. Slowly making our way to the ground. For this, it can be nice to press your arms into your knees, trying to have your spine tall. Tuning into your breathing here. We'll let our left arm drop to the ground, and our right arm open up for a twist. Coming back to heart center. On your exhale, dropping your right arm to the ground and left arm for a twist. back to heart center. Now we'll make our way onto the ground, coming into some spinal rocks. And similar to yesterday, just make sure you don't put too much any weight on your neck. As we slowly lower to the ground, we can come into boat pose first. So you want your toes, fingers, and eyes all at one level. Just breathing into this. Really good. Stay here as long as you'd like, and when you're ready, just slowly drop onto your back. Tuning into your breath. And hugging your knees in, maybe rocking side to side. And we can make our way into a bridge pose, or if wheel is in your practice. For bridge pose, you want your knees about hip distance apart and your fingers to almost touch the backs of your heel. And on your inhale, lifting the hips towards the ceiling, scooting your shoulders under, maybe clasping your hands. And you want to feel your knees come together just a little bit rather than swaying apart. They don't need to be touching, but as if you're squeezing a pillow there. Feeling your hips lift towards the sky. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Hugging our knees into our chest. We'll come into a spinal twist. And for this, there's so many variations. You can hug your knees in like you are and let your knees drop to the right side. Or you can always cross your feet, maybe like this, and let them fall. You just want your left shoulder to stay on the ground, turning your head towards the left side, and letting your body soften and melt into this pose. Sometimes it's nice to move the legs around just a little bit and you'll feel it into a different area of your hips. And on your next inhale, bringing your knees back to the center, maybe rocking them out a little bit, and making your way to the other side. So twisting, letting your knees fall to the left side and looking towards your right, making sure your shoulder stays on the ground. And bringing your knees back towards center. And now is a good time to take any last poses that you would like. Maybe happy baby, maybe cloud. do a little bit of a guided meditation. Feel free to just stay where you are, but if you would like, you could turn your head, put your head towards the front of your mat to hear better, but either way is okay. And I meant to check at the beginning of class, but at the end, after the meditation, when we go into Shavasana, I could do a hands-on shoulder and neck hold. If you would like me to skip you, or if you have any injuries, just raise your hand and then I'll know to make sure not to do that. If you would like me to come around, just stay as you are. So this meditation is for the grounding earth energy and for the water flowing energy. We'll imagine roots growing from the base of our spines, down our feet, deep into the earth. With every breath, feel these roots anchoring you. Coming down the base of your spine, deep into the earth. Tuning into the color red, whether that's just saying the color red, maybe a feeling, maybe visualizing it, imagining it filling up the whole base of your spine, down your legs, into your feet. And silently repeating to yourself, I am grounded, I am safe, I am stable. Imagining a tree, the roots of it being so stable, the base of it being so stable. And as you make your way up the tree, realizing that the leaves, the small branches, they're limber, they're flowing, they're strong. They easily move with the wind. And with your next inhale, feel a cool, clear water flowing in, refreshing, cleansing. Each exhale, feel it carry away any tension or stress. Seeing the color blue favorite shape, flowing through your whole body. Letting the water soften you, acknowledging any emotions that may come up, and silently repeating, I let go, I flow with life, and I'm at peace. Imagine the earth below and the water flowing above and through you. You're at the meeting point, strong yet soft, rooted yet flowing. Feeling the harmony of stillness and movement. And now just letting yourself melt into the mat, and I'll slowly make my way around the room. Slowly bring our awareness back to our breathing. Starting to bring some small movement in. Maybe to your fingers, maybe to your toes. And just really taking your time as you roll to one side, make your way to your seat. No hurry at all, except for lunch. Close our practice by bringing our arms overhead and to heart center. And we'll do one Om. So on our, take a one big inhale, and on our exhale, we'll make the sound of Om. So inhaling. Good.
Okay. What Lali suggested to make, since we're going to have 3 different classes about this, about grounding and water. Tomorrow it's about air. After tomorrow it's about fire. It would be cool for each of us to write down some notes for ourselves, what we like, what we don't like, what we felt or what we didn't feel, whatever. Just for ourselves some notes, like some posture that we felt better and we would like to keep them, or somewhere maybe you feel that it's too slow or it's too fast or anything, but just for some notes, because tomorrow we're gonna have completely different another notes. After tomorrow, completely different another notes. Do not forget. Yeah.